This will just be a short video to go through the side-by-side comparison on the Ideal Slider 55 racks. The one on the left here is an original rack that came out of the slider that I'm in the process of restoring. It's been powder coated because it was in pretty bad shape when I got it. And I like this gray powder coating that I got done with it. The one on the right is a replacement rack that is produced by Fun-Tronics. It's a custom rack that they produce out of sheet metal. It actually holds less than 55 bottles because they've adapted it to better fit the plastic bottles that are now current with many of the soda manufacturers versus the old style glass bottles. It'll still hold glass bottles, but it's a little bit slightly wider spacing between the racks. And to do that, they've reduced it from 5 rows to 4 rows. And so, hence, it doesn't actually hold 55 bottles anymore. But if you're looking to hold the plastic bottles, which are more readily available, it's maybe a better option. It's quite a bit lighter because it's made out of sheet metal. I can lift this with one hand very easily versus the original rack, which is definitely harder to lift up. It's made out of steel. And then I also have the flappers, just to show you the comparison of flappers. This is the original one. This is the replacement flapper that Fun-Tronics sells. This actually comes with the replacement rack as a set, but you can also buy this separately as an add-on item. It has an Allen wrench or Allen screw, which is like the original did. Again, it's a thinner sheet metal versus the thicker steel one that was original to the machine itself. So you can see how they're basically the same configuration. And the only difference I noticed on the racks themselves, besides having less capacity, on the original rack, you could adjust this thing right here, protruding part, which prevents the bottle from being released until the flapper goes. You could adjust that using a screw here and also a screw on the bottom. So you could, theoretically move it farther back if you had a wider mouth bottle. On the replacement one that Fun-Tronics has created, instead of having that complicated setup, what they've done is just put a couple screws here, and the only part that moves is just this piece right here, just this angled piece. Nothing on the bottom here moves. So this is fixed versus this one where this whole thing can adjust side to side and forward and backward. So just a quick side-by-side comparison. Again, these replacement racks are available through Fun-Tronics. They was out of stock for the last 6 months, but they just got them back in, and I was able to pick one up so I could get a comparison. I'm going to install this. Originally, I was going to keep the original rack. That's why I powder coated it, but I think I'm going to install this newer one, the new version for the plastic bottles, and then use this other rack for another machine that I'm going to be fixing up at a later date. So hopefully this is an instructive video, informational for you guys thinking about either trying to find an original rack somewhere or going with a replacement from Fun-Tronics. Thanks.